You ready?
Let's do it.
Alrighty, fishing freaks. It's a beautiful day on the river here. Conklin's Backwater Bass Tours. Going out with Carson again. This time, it's a little bit different scenario. It's a cool thing about fishing this river. Seems like every time I come out here, this is my third time, it looks different. The grass is down. Got some current flow today. It's looking pretty tasty.
We're sitting at 67.
67 degree water, and it's flowing.
Nice bottom.
All good in the river hood, baby. Beautiful day right here. Monster roots. Man, river fishing is just cool. It's so much different than many other fishing.
I could never touch this motor and we could fish here to the coast. You know,
that's amazing. Little shade line looks good. Got him?
Oh my God.
Had it. You ever throw a little whopper plopper out here?
I have. I've gotten hit a few times, but I just haven't messed with it too much. Probably good right now.
Got him. Right there where he should have been. Hello, sir. Boy.
Man, he crushed it like a big one, didn't he?
That's pretty, yeah. Picked up the frog just for a second there. First bass of the day for me. On the old frog, twitching it right in the shade. Just want to get it up there as close as you can. I got a guad. I didn't even know I had it. You hit it in the current, and I was like, what?
Potential record.
Barely had it. There's the old guad. I love catching the guads. Oh, they smell good. Just kind of slow rolling the spinnerbait through all. There's so many like lay downs and stick ups. And... oh, dude, right there on the bank, dude. He was on the bank, literally. He came up. I think he ate that off the branch, dude.
Jumped in the water. Look at the water.
That's a nice guad. Really nice.
Wow.
Dang, dude, that was awesome.
That's so awesome. I'm pretty sure he jumped on the bank.
He did. Carson was throwing that square bill and he got just barely snagged on a branch right on the bank, and that guad came up and smoked it in the air. Like that was, dude, that was so cool.
Capitalize on that quick.
That's a nice guad. Oh gosh, he smoked it.
Yeah,
Largemouth. Right on that little log.
oh God.
You just have one? Oh dude, that's a good one. Holy cow. Nice, dude. That's a good fish. Got him. Good fish, dude.
Not a bad one right there.
On the old square.
Oh, H2O Trusty.
Heck yeah. Nice fish,
He
man.
ate that. He hit it and all I just saw was this flash down there doing this, like I wasn't even turning him. Put him back.
Sweet.
That was sweet. That's where he was. Fast water, you start finding these fish.
So we got into some moving water. We immediately started getting bites. There's like some logs and some branches coming off this bank. The water's moving pretty fast. So we're throwing square bills and spinnerbaits right now and just trying to get it close to that cover. And the largemouth and the guads, they're sitting basically like right behind anything they can. Anything that's gonna break the current. It actually makes it a little bit easier to fish because the sun's high. You pretty much know where they're gonna be.
Very textbook spots out here.
Textbook river fishing. So just throw it close to the bank, reel it off, close to a piece of cover, give it a little pause. Boom. Big one.
Yep.
A little largy. No, it's a guad. So maybe it's a hybrid. First one on the jig. Oh my gosh, that thing's fat. That is a fatty. Oh, yes. Just fell right in the zone.
So natural.
Gloop. It should be crushed right now. Oh, get him. Nice. That's a good one.
Just flip them.
Good frog bass right there, man.
He's on the backside.
Yeah, look at that juicy one right there. Little post spawn guy.
Swallowed that.
Kablam. Fish is healthy, chunked up. All right, new spot.
Have one hit?
Yeah, he took both my pinchers.
Oh my God.
Good one?
I don't know, I think so.
That's gotta be a good one.
It's something else.
Oh. Holy cow, Carson's got something huge.
Gotta be a goo or something.
Dude, if that's a bass, that's a giant. What'd it hit?
It's a damn crankbait. Gonna be probably a big old goo or catfish.
Yeah, it's pulling really, really hard. It's got some weight behind it.
Watch, it'll just take off like a dang redfish.
Getting that current. Look at that.
Unreal. God. Look at that. Stripping hard. It's probably a monster.
This is something
goo.
really big right here. If it's on a crankbait, it could be a goo. If it's a bass, it's probably a 20-pounder.
20-pound bass. Let me hop back up on this later.
Go ahead. Look at him. Oh, man.
Come on, get up here. You be careful with these things. Don't freaking break your rod. Get him in the net. I really don't have to get him in the net. You just pliers and take.
Oh, yeah, that's a giant. The big goo. Cool.
I think that's it.
Still a fun fish to catch. Oh my gosh. Look at that mammoth.
That is a giant,
Dude.
giant fish.
Hey, not a bass, but that's pretty awesome, dude.
15-pound test. Getting it done.
That's a good fight.
Look at that thing.
Awesome fight.
What a beast.
Still cool, man. I'll take that.
I'll take that.
It was actually snagged right in the back, which when you do that, you're getting the full power of the fish. It's like putting a saddle on them and doing some saddle bronking. Because you don't have control of the head. They have full control.
Full 2-minute ride there.
We're gonna hit one more spot. It's right after noon, right after lunchtime. And we're gonna get in some little shade areas, have some trees. We're gonna hit this spot, see if we get anything. If we don't, we're gonna take it in. Yep, I think it was a guad. It looked kind of brown. Guys, this shade is like perfect opportunity right here. The sun's high. It's positioning these fish right here. Seems like they like this frog still. You don't have to throw a frog in grass. Fish it just like a regular topwater bait. It's just you can get it up under limbs and places you can't normally get a popar or spook. Another guad, dude. Oh gosh, right in the hole, dude. Dang. Guy took it. I mean, as soon as it dropped in. Oh my God, there's a huge snake right there too. Yep, there he goes. God, dude, look at my bait. Took half the crawl.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Wow. That's all I had left on my plastic.
Look at mine.
You ever seen that? Dude. I mean, just a nub. How in the world? That does not make physical sense right there. I mean, let's get Bill Nye the Science Guy out here and figure out what the heck happened, because that should have been a fish right there for sure.
Slam. Got him. Good one?
Yep, just one of them guads. The Whopper Plopper. Couldn't handle it, dude. That's what was hitting my frog there, guys. These little guads are so fun. I love to catch these. Another guad. Got him in the side.
I thought it was big and quad.
Just that's a pretty one though.
They almost look like smallmouth.
They do.
A lot of them will get this coloring in their face, these 3 stripes. This one doesn't have it so much, but you can kind of make them out. But yeah, they get some really good coloring this time of year.
That's a big one. Yeah, slurped it. It's not that big, but he sure did make for a good time, baby. Golly. He was right on the bank. That was awesome. Hello. See ya. Looks tasty.
Bam.
Got him. You called it.
There.
That was a really light bite though.
Yeah, he came up and slurped it.
I mean, he ate it good. Nice river largemouth on that cypress tree, man. Come on now. Come on now, hit the like button on this. That's too cool. Beautiful cypress tree, frog underneath it. Bam, Carson called it. That was a beautiful moment in bass fishing is what that was. Love you, darling, love you.
I like when they get that real white belly.
Time to head in. It's a good day on the river, baby. Man, fishing freaks, that was a fun time out there on the river today with Carson. Wanted to give you a little wrap-up rundown on just some baits I was throwing and some of the gear. Though the key thing today for getting the bigger bites was definitely the frog. Those bigger largemouth bass, they were sitting in the slower moving pools, and they were in those shade pockets, and you had to get it right on the bank. And I was throwing my favorite frog that I usually throw. I usually throw either a popping frog or this Bobby's Perfect frog. I'll leave the link in the description if you want to check this one out. But just this little white belly 50-pound test, and I was actually throwing this on a little bit shorter rod than I normally throw my frogs on. I threw this on a 6.6 medium heavy power rod. This is the favorite Big Sexy. I knew we were going to be doing a lot of skipping and pitching into some really sketchy areas that's a little bit harder with a 7-foot rod. So with the 6.6, I can really roll cast and get it skipping. And I just have more accuracy with a 6.6. I think I just said 6 stick, which is another favorite rod. It actually had enough power to get the fish out. And because I had the braid on there with a high speed gear ratio reel, it was no problem. And I was able to work that frog really good with a 6.6 with the tip down. I was really surprised that the jig bite wasn't better. Carson said it was usually a lot better too. And I was just throwing a 3/8 ounce little flipping style jig with a little orange and green pumpkin craw on there, and I caught a few fish on that. But again, 50-pound braided line, straight braid, and I was throwing it on a 7.3 extra fast favorite Big Sexy, which is a really heavy stick for flipping into those piles. But I never really got that big fish Then just had some fun with the old whopper plopper, throwing that topwater for those Guadalupe bass. Guadalupe bass are pretty special fish. They live in this area of central Texas alone, and you can catch them on a variety of different lures, but they're more aggressive than the largemouth. They'll come out, they'll grab baits. When largemouth are kind of just sits there in the shadows and they wait for stuff to come by. And that current was moving, shad were moving through there, and so we got bites on spinnerbaits, crankbaits, and some topwater, but the big ones were on that frog. Carson! So the water was super low today. What's one thing that you noticed?
We're finding these fish really moving up. I mean, almost sitting up on the bank. It may only be a spot that's 3 or 4 foot wide, but just enough, you know, for those fish to sit in there. And there's a bunch of shad that get diverted into that deep corner. And it's just, they're lazy and they know it, and they can really sit on those banks and, you know,
oh dude, that was the key today, guys. Like, you had to cast it right in that spot he's talking about with the shade and a little bit deeper water. And dude, you were a sniper. Like, I fished with a lot of people.
Yeah, get him in there.
You throwing that frog and that jig just like right up in there. That's, I mean, he was crushing it. So Carson is he's a guide out here. If you guys want to hit him up to go on, it's Conklin's Backwater Bass Tours.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, the link's going to be in the description where you can go check it out. This is a lot of fun fishing on the river. If you're used to fishing lakes or, you know, even other rivers, this is definitely different because you got to run it in that jet boat that he's got. Every time I've been with him so far, he's crushed a big bass. At least had like one really key bite. And you had that monster buffalo carp today.
Yeah,
that was crazy.
Just on a tiny little square bill, 1.5. Just drove it down over this log, and there's some currents swirling in there, and literally I thought I had a log until it just peeled drag. And usually, you know, when they peel drag like that, it's definitely not a bass.
It was a giant. So that was cool.
Giant.
All sorts of cool stuff happening out here. So I want to know, what's the biggest bycatch you've ever had, or strangest bycatch? He had like a 20-pound buffalo carp today. I had a couple of gar, but what is the biggest bycatch you've ever had? Leave your comment down below. I hope you enjoyed coming with us on this adventure today, fishing freaks, and we'll see you on the next one.
See y'all.